All right, welcome back, movement specialists, to another edition of Triplane Function. This is where we take a muscle, we make it relevant to you so that you can see it, so you can feel it, so you can move it, so you can teach it. All right, today we're going to be doing the TFL, the Tensor Fasciae Latae. We're going to be talking about how we use this TheraBand today. We're going to use it as a visual aid to kind of simulate where that TFL actually lies. And through moving it in all three planes from the bottom as well as the top, you'll really be able to figure out how you can mobilize this TFL in your IT band as well. All right, so let's go ahead, Steve. Let's talk about where this TFL attaches. So first thing I want to have you do, tie a loop in it, just like this. Go ahead and put it around your right foot and bring it up all the way to your knee. All right. So, as I mentioned, the distal attachment, the bottom attachment of this TFL is through the IT band. And the IT band attaches to the T part of the IT band, to the tibia. More specifically, it's going to be a little bit, it's going to be anterior to this fibular head a little bit, to where it's going to be forward of the axis of rotation to the knee. That will become important pretty quickly. All right. The proximal attachment here is going to be all the way up to your front side of your big hip bone here. That's your iliac crest. It's actually going to be behind your ASIS. If you have a more difficult time finding your ASIS, you can put your hands on those big hip bones, reach your fingers, your middle finger or front finger, until you feel that front little knob. If you're trying to feel it around, you still can't feel it, don't worry about it. What you can do, you can just put your hand inside your pocket here, reach up to the front top end of your pocket right here, and that's going to be right about where that TFL is going to first attach to. A lot of times I do reference this to a lot of my clients, patients, and say this is kind of your pocket muscle, right? When you reach your fingers into your pocket, that'll be the first muscle that you're going to feel. All right, so what is the IT band known for? The TFL more specifically known for? Well, everyone makes it synonymous with the IT band. And that's kind of true. The TFL does attach to this IT band, but so do a whole lot of other muscles. So this is where, if you really want to get the most effective mobilization for your IT band, if you're one of those people that roll out your IT band at the gym, or you have your patients or clients roll out their IT band because you know that they're tight, I want you to reference not only this video to help you stretch out the IT band, but also the gluteus minimus video, the maximus video, hamstring video, as well as the quad video. Those are all the next door neighbors to this IT band. Some of them you might say, Andrew, those don't attach to the IT band. And I'd say, well, a lot of those fibers from a fascial perspective invaginate or loosely connect with it. So if you're really looking for getting the best mobility of this IT band, you've got to hit all those muscles. Okay? So back to the TFL. So concentrically, when we talk about what this TFL does, what we were kind of taught in school, it's going to be flexing the hip, it's going to be abducting the hip and externally rotating. And in an open chain position right here, this is also going to be bending the knee a little bit. Since it's got anterior aspect, it's just going to bend it just a little bit concentrically. Okay, but in closed chain, just as I mentioned earlier in the hamstring video, closed chain in the sagittal plane at the knee, it changes a little bit. Rather than flexion shortening it concentrically, flexion, if I take this and I yank it up, will actually extend him at the knee. Feel this at home. Yank this real tight. Tell me that knee flexion actually will make this feel a little bit more lengthened. Do you feel that, Steve? This is getting a little bit more tense? Here as you flex and as you extend, it gets a little bit looser. Feel that at home. Okay. If we want to figure out how this TFL gets lengthened in all three planes now, let's talk about how we get it from the bottom up. So first, as you guessed, we're going to flex the knee. Also, we're going to internally rotate this foot. So Steve, can you turn this foot inwards? Now some people that have really tight IT bands, more than likely you're going to have to give them some stability with this. In order to get mobility, sometimes you have to give them some stability so they're not just balancing act and falling over whenever you're doing it. And Steve is already looking forward to the frontal plane here. He's getting this knee adducted. And so we got this transverse plane load of internal rotation, the frontal plane load of adduction, and then the sagittal plane load, and he lost that knee flexion. Flex that knee a little bit for me. you, Steve. Perfect. So you're going to sit into this. This is where you should already feel a little bit of a lengthening. Steve, what do you feel?
Feel lengthening on the black right here where my shorts are.
Perfect. And that's actually right around where his pocket is. Go figure. His pocket muscle. So this is how I probably stretched people out, told them this is the best, most effective stretch for the IT band. But this is only half the story. As you very well know, movement specialists, if you've been tuning into triplane function, we know that we still got the top part here to manipulate. So once again, in the sagittal plane, we need to get a little bit more hip extension. So I'm going to have him lean back his chest here, and maybe even have him do a little bit of a posterior pelvic tilt. Lift up that ASIS. Get that up. Do you feel a little bit more there, Steve?
Yeah.
All right, so that's just the sagittal plane. In the frontal plane, I'm going to ask his pelvis to give me a whole lot more right lateral glide, which will also give you a little bit more adduction at the knee. And that's not it. We can also get him dialed up into the transverse plane by having him right rotate here, everything. So if you needed a little bit more, I'd say, Steve, go ahead and grab, switch hands, grab all the way up and back here. And then this is where you can see his massive, massive pain face here. He's getting a heck of a stretch across this IT band, maybe for the first time in his life. All right, let go. So, are you only getting half the story right with getting your IT band lengthened? Are you only thinking about where you're manipulating it from your knee? Or are you also thinking that, hey, this IT band attaches to the eye, somewhere to the ilium, and how can we get that lengthened? Through this, you will lengthen this TFL, thereby starting to release this IT band. Once again, go to some of the other videos that we have up so you can see how you maximally get this IT band loosened with all the muscles that surround it. Thanks again for tuning into Triplane Function. We'll see you next time.